Hey, welcome back. Chris from the Mighty Decibel here. It's the end of the month, which means it's time to name our fave albums of November 2022. And as usual, we'll do that across four categories: extreme metal, hardcore punk, hard and heavy, and doom metal. And as usual, we're going to start with extreme metal. So as usual, we'll split our extreme metal into three subcategories. The first being black metal, and wow, what a month for black metal. So much so that we've got four highlighted records to talk about today. And we're going to start with Finnish Destroyer's Black Beast, who crashed our top 10 lists in 2019 with their debut Nocturnal Bloodlust. Amazing record. You got to check that out. So it's taken 3 years, but the boys are back at it again with their follow-up Arctic Darkness. It doesn't disappoint, and it follows very much in the same vein as the debut. So Arctic Darkness mixes triumphant crescendos of blackness with a lyrical devotion to the Horned One, hard-charging, bestial, and raging. We go to China now for our second black metal entry of album of the month. It's Nekroslaughter Battlefield by Demonslaught 666. So this one's for those who tend more towards the old school first wave, and in this case, the band injects speed metal into their black metal. So it's a 5-track EP highlighted by some blistering tempos that should be banned from car stereos the world over. High speed mayhem. We go to Portland, Oregon now for a third of four highlighted black metal records of the month. It's Spite is My Scepter, Blood is My Crown by Oppressive Descent. So this one isn't as manic as the last two. The band applying some triumphant marching sections and melodic guitar riffage to their odes to hatred and despair. Cool stuff. Serbia's Terrorhammer complete our 4-pack of blackness here with their sophomore full-length Gateways to Hades. So similar to Demonslaught 666, Terrorhammer mix speed with their black metal, but in this case they additionally add a pinch of thrash. So pistons popping, neck breaking stuff. Let's switch gears into thrash metal now, and we have 3 records to talk about, 2 shoutouts. So the first shout out goes to the Mighty Decibel faves Crypt, who've just issued their debut full-length Ripe with Sin. So this is chock full of tough thrash. Take a listen to Lethal Injection and you'll find yourself running around your living room as if you're in the middle of a pit. And the other shout out goes to Ukraine's Rehabilitator for their 3rd full-length Mentally Defected. So core sound on this one is also tough thrash, but they include elements of crossover and speed as well. Our highlighted thrash record, though, of November is Blood, Violence, and Blasphemy by Brazilian horde Krushhammer. This is their debut full-length. So as expected, given the geographical reference, Krushhammer reside in a black thrash camp, but they add a dash of speed metal flourish to top off their sound. So it's no nonsense, neck brace inducing thrash for the underground. On to death metal now, and we've got 2 highlighted records to talk about. The first highlighted Metal of Death record goes to Israel's Arallu for their 8th full-length Death Covenant. So park this next to your Melakesh records, as this one sports Mesopotamian themes with exotic sounds meshed to their traditional death metal. Totally unique and enjoyable. Our other highlighted death metal record of the month is For Declaration of War Eternal by Chicago's Blood of the Wolf. So this one's for those who like their death metal delivered fast pace with a pinch of blackness. One of those pins you to the wall efforts that'll get you throwing the horns while listening. Okay, let's switch gears now and move into our second category, Doom Metal, and we got 3 records to talk about, starting with 2 shoutouts. First one goes to the legendary Candlemass, who have issued their 13th full-length Sweet Evil Sun. So, to be honest, I found this one a little inconsistent, but you can still find 5 or 6 top-flight doom metal tracks that you can extract. And the other shout-out goes to Connecticut's Mourn the Light for their new EP, Stare into the Face of Death. So that one, an interesting take on Doom, that it mixes elements of trad, power, and epic metal into their sound. Check them out. Our highlighted doom metal record of November goes to Texas natives WARLUNG for their 4th full-length Vulture's Paradise. So this is very much old school Sabbath-inspired type of doom. But WARLUNG differentiate themselves by taking the Naomi Oaken riffage and then add in some clean melodic vocals, creating an infectious rumbling racket. The wonderful world of hardcore punk. In our lexicon, that includes grind, metal punk, any D-beat, anything of that nature. And this category had a wealth of good stuff this month. So due to time constraints, I'm just going to give quick shout outs to 5 records here that, for those that are into this type of music. Check out. There's Healer of Bastards with Justice. Rara released Agonia. Ammo issued Web of Lies. Disotech, Garbage Hunt. And finally, Exist Enslaved issued Endless Stench of Morbid World. All of those 5 albums are strong entries into the hardcore punk world, so check them out. Our first highlighted hardcore punk record of the month goes to Detroit Crazy's Jail for their 4-track EP, Stolen Commissary Razor. So this one adds to the wealth of metal punk albums that have been issued this year. So Jail, in this case, riding the razor-thin line between heavy crossover thrash and metal punk, but landing on the latter through an unhinged, out-of-control delivery. For something a little more traditional in the hardcore punk vein, check out Declare by Nova Scotia's Black Dog. So this may sound like a wall of noise to many of you out there, but those who like their D-beat rough and ready with a vocalist who sounds like he's got a sock in his mouth, this Sucker Punch You in the Face release is definitely for you. Okay, our fourth and final category is hard and heavy, and you guys know the drill. It's everything else that's heavy that doesn't fit on our first three categories, but mostly we cover here is trad metal, speed metal, hard rock, but there's also some rock and roll and punk that slips in here and there. So for the month of November, we have two records to talk about. First is a shout out to Barcelona's WARLUNG for their debut release 1714. So I've seen some claims that WARLUNG shares the same sound as Running Wild, but to be honest, I lost interest in Running Wild after the first two records, so I can't confirm it. But what I hear is a trad / power metal hybrid with clean vocals. Interesting stuff. Our highlighted hard and heavy record of November goes to San Jose, California youthful unit Satan's Blade for their debut full-length Curse of the Blade. So the band's bio states that they play old school heavy metal, but what I hear is an enthusiastic speed metal unit with a guy at the mic who whines like Discharge's Kelvin Morris on their Grave New World record. Excellent, exhilarating metal of speed. So there you have it, the Mighty Decibel's fave records of November 2022. If you think we missed anything, put it down below in the comments so that everybody can check it out. And so just a heads up that December we're getting into the end of year selections. So we're going to have, the first week is going to be Doom Week, and then we'll move into Hardcore Punk Week, Hard and Heavy, and ending with Extreme Metal Week. And throughout those weeks, we'll be naming our fave top 10 albums in each of those categories. So keep a heads up for that. In the meantime, check us out at www.themightydecibel.com. Have a great one, eh? Bye.